Hi all, this is a video review of the Samsung Galaxy 3 or i5800 is also how Samsung calls it. That's the mid-range alternative to the Samsung Galaxy S since it's much smaller in size, smaller screen, 3.2 inch screen with 240 by 400 pixels of resolution, wide QVGA resolution. But there is no Hummingbird here, and there's no AMOLED or Super AMOLED. It's a regular LCD screen, but at least it's capacitive, which is a welcome trend that Samsung introduced in all of their touchscreen handsets recently. And it's run by a 667 MHz CPU with 170 megabytes of RAM, which of course means everything on it will be much slower than the Samsung Galaxy S. The camera on the back is 3 megapixel, there's no flash, and the only element on the side is the volume rocker. All the action is going on in terms of ports at the top. It's the standard audio jack, micro USB port, and the lock and power button all on top. Navigation, besides with the touchscreen, is done with this home button here in the middle, which calls the home screen, the back button, and context menu key. If you long press it, search appears. So basically we have all four Android keys here. Here all the keys are physical, not capacitive. The Samsung Galaxy 3 is easy to hold in use on account of this bump or curve here in the bottom of the back panel, which is found in the Galaxy S as well. It's actually only a little bit wider than the Galaxy S. It's a bit thicker as well. And what's more interesting here is to examine how the TouchWiz 3.0 interface behaves on a chipset that's not Hummingbird, and how it looks like with this resolution on a display that's a regular LCD capacitive display. So let's examine the interface. The TouchWiz interface on the Samsung Galaxy 3 looks exactly the same like the one on the Samsung Galaxy S. The only difference on the home screen, for example, is that the Google Voice Search, the icon that used to be here, is now in Applications as a voice dialer, since there was no space on the home screen to fit it, of course. The same strip launcher here in the bottom, and up to 7 home screens which you can populate with widgets of your liking. They're the same widgets that's with the Galaxy S: daily briefing, feeds and updates for your Facebook, MySpace, Twitter accounts. And the main menu is arranged in pages as well. Transitions look good. The same applications we have here we had on the Galaxy S. The only difference with the Galaxy S we reviewed is the background here, the lighter background. It's dark on the Galaxy S, the version we reviewed, but it's basically the same calendar. And the only thing that's different, of course, is the speed and the way that the icons, the fonts, and the other graphic elements look on the white QVGA resolution of this screen. It's capacitive, so let's say in the browser, kinetic scrolling works fairly well, although it's choppy with heavy pages, since the processor is no Hummingbird chipset. If you double tap to zoom, the fonts look pixelated, pictures and icons look jagged, but upon double tapping to zoom you experience much faster scrolling speeds, and the screen starts to feel like capacitive again. As you can see, basically the browser is the same like the one on the Galaxy S, WebKit based browser, but due to the very low resolution and pixel density, the font and the text look pixelated and the icons look jagged, and the picture is not at all that pretty as it is on the Samsung Galaxy S. Let's test the keyboard. It's exactly the same like on the Galaxy S. and since the screen is 3.2 inch, of course it's much more challenging to type than on the 4-inch screen of the Galaxy S, but if you get used to it, it's fairly decent. There is an accelerometer. If you turn around the keyboard, it turns around as well, but pretty slow compared to the Galaxy S. Again, we have to mention here the Hummingbird chipset that makes things much snappier than here. But once you get used to it, it's a nice capacitive on-screen keyboard, and in this landscape orientation, things are pretty easy to type. To recap the interface experience, it's exactly the same TouchWiz 3.0 like on the Galaxy S. Very small differences, but the biggest difference was that everything was much slower. Indexing a micro SD card in the gallery, for example, took quite a while compared to the Samsung Galaxy S. Although the gallery looks the same, has the same 3D effects and icon arrangements like on the Galaxy S, but from scrolling, zooming, etc., you could tell it's no Hummingbird chipset, and on this resolution pictures and videos didn't look as good as on the Galaxy S. The camera interface looks the same. You change from camera mode to video mode from here and back, and you take a picture with this on-screen button on the right here. Basically, it's the same like on the Galaxy S, but much slower. We will admit in the end that we had high hopes for the Galaxy 3. It looked very enticing on paper, mid-range Android handset with a capacitive touchscreen. The Samsung TouchWiz 3.0 latest version we find on the Galaxy S as well. It had a 5.1 channel surround sound in headset mode, similar to the Galaxy S as well. But it all depends on the price, of course, and how you compare it to the other offerings in that market. Unfortunately, from what we're seeing in preliminary sales, it will cost as much as the Samsung Wave and more than the Galaxy Speaker. And these handsets, actually, even the Speaker has better specifications, faster processor, better resolution than the Galaxy 3, and not to mention the Wave, which shoots high definition video and has a Hummingbird chipset inside. If the price is what Samsung is charging for the Wave, you have to really love Android to go for this handset. But hopefully when it becomes on sale in other places, the price will fall down, and then it will be a very enticing offering in the mid-range Android market. This was a video review of the Samsung Galaxy 3 from Phonery.